My leadership plan is centered around how I am perceived versus who I am and who I want to be. Some of the improvements that my friends, family, and coworkers thought that I could make took me by surprise. My ego took a hit when the people that were closest to me thought that I needed to work on these things. I needed to be more assertive and direct. I need to speak up. I need to take more risks. And I need to be more self-confident. These improvements are opposite of who I am and what I value. I was the captain of the lacrosse team in high school. In college, I was in the Army ROTC program and wanted to become an Army officer. I wanted to lead men into battle, and I thought that it was what I was meant to do. I truly thought it was the only career path that fit who I was. People around me were proud of my decision, and it solidified my path. The picture on the right was taken in April 2012. I was ready to take on the world. In June of 2012, while I was taking an eye exam required to commit to a career in the Army, I was told that there was a problem with my eyes. I found out that my eyes would prevent me from fulfilling my dreams, and that most people with my disease are legally blind by the age of 30. I was absolutely devastated. I lost my identity. Instead of living a life of adventure and purpose, all I could picture was darkness. My life spiraled that summer. I left work early on a slow night and lost my job. I didn't apply for financial aid during summer school and was dropped from my classes. My roommates were gone for the summer. I sat in my room alone and had nothing. I gave myself a few weeks to wallow in the pain. I picked up the pieces, graduated, and began my career. But I never thought about what could fill the void. The passion and purpose have been hard to piece back together. I think that this graph shows it best. Based on what people told me, I charted what makes me happy, what stresses me out, and what people think should be included in a highlight reel of my life. There's a huge gap in the chart where happiness and my professional life meet. The passion for what I do is missing, and the people around me have noticed. I do not feel happiness at work. None of my highlights happen at work, and the only thing I feel at work is occasional stress. Until recently, I think that this was true. I still have a lot of work to do, but I believe that I have the tools to add passion back to what I do for work. One of the things that is missing from a job where I primarily sit at a desk is adventure. I have a deep need for adventure that feels like it is ingrained in my DNA. One of the ways that I supplement adventure in my life is through jiu-jitsu. It fulfills my need for competition, physical exertion, and camaraderie. I'm a more balanced person when I know that I will be tested physically and may come up short. I am forced to focus on just one thing while I'm sparring, and, at the same time, think strategically. Theodore Roosevelt is someone that I admire for his courage and willingness to live a life of adventure. He once said, "The art of jiu-jitsu is worth more in every way than all of our athletics combined." Jiu-jitsu has made a big difference in my life, and I think that is pivotal in becoming a more well-rounded person. The book Deep Work was a great book for me to read. I will strive to implement and stick to the principles in the book. The parts of my job that I could consider shallow work are the parts of my job that I really don't like. I want to implement the techniques of the book to help me build my day around having time to complete deep work, the work that adds value to society. One of the things that I need to work on is being more assertive with the meetings that I accept. I need to be more selective about the meetings that I attend and learn to say no. Another way to limit shallow work is to take control of my inbox. I am guilty of sending emails that just pass the baton to someone else and create back and forth. I think being more thoughtful about the emails that I send and taking more time on responding will really help me to change the way I use this tool. Time is our most precious asset, and spending it intentionally is a way to live a life that you will be proud of. Scheduling your day and knowing what time will be spent doing which task helps you to build discipline. Scheduling my day has helped me to be more efficient and realistic with the way I spend my days. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out where the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat.